are your favorite all-time interviews, Dana?
Oh, wow. Well, Andrew Luck's, this is so cliche, but Andrew Luck's the season after his rookie season, I got to sit down one-on-one with him in the Colts media room, completely empty, just me and him for like an hour. And
Wow.
yeah, he was as Andrew Luck as you ever would have thought. I mean, he was
Yeah.
amazing. And he talked about playing like all his board games with his friends and I asked him flat out like do you consider yourself a nerd? And he said, "I'm not a nerd, but I'm not cool."
When he retired, if I remember correctly, didn't the Colts give him $25 million, dollars, like as part of, like, here, just take the signing bonus, it's yours, with the hope that he would take a year off and come back the next year?
Yep, that was absolutely what happened. And once he was out, he was out. And we could never write this. But off the record, I talked to a lot of doctors, including one who was Andrew's doctor's friend. So, granted, this is word of mouth, but I mean, the word was he had those injuries, and Andrew Luck is not the type who ever wants to get addicted to pain pills, and he
Oh,
was having to take pain pills, and um, he's so smart, like he's brilliant, and I just think football was always just a sport to him. So I think people had high hopes like he would come back, like he'd take a year off and he'd come back. But I just think the injuries and the medicine and all of that it just caused him to just say this is enough, and he was done.
okay, so
Oh wait,
you do something that's,
I was at the AFC Championship Deflategate game.
oh yeah.
But I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, it is, but am I allowed to say this? Because my editors didn't want me to even tweet it. But in the Patriots locker room, Brady, by the way, is the nicest human to media of any superstar I've ever met. But his locker, from top to bottom, was filled with jock itch medicine. I'm just That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if he was sponsored by them or.
Oh, that's so awesome. I thought you were going to say like pictures of Giselle or himself. Jock itch medicine. That's outstanding. Okay. You are a female in a mostly male dominated world led by us pig men. What ways has being a female, Dana, helped you out in this profession, and what ways has it ever served as a barrier? And I'm sure you're probably sick of that, but I know you
No,
live
no,
it.
no. I know. No, I can give some examples. For example, like I was covering the Big Ten men's tournament in Indy.
Basketball?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it was the Big Tens or the Final Four. We have so many Final Fours here too, but it was the Big Ten men's. And I was sitting, and there's a lot of women in broadcast journalism in sports, I feel like, or
Yep.
more than there are in print. So when you're in the print, like the press room or the press row for print journalists, it's a lot of men. So we got up after that to go back and do the press conferences after the Big Ten tournament, and one of the guys walks up to me and said, "So what little feature piece are you writing today?"
Oh my God, who said
I
that?
can't I can't say.
Yeah, you can.
But I was covering the flipping game. I was not writing a feature piece. So I
That's
said
so
to him,
condescending.
"How much frickin' McDonald's have you eaten? Because your belly is hanging down below your genitals."
You
Okay, sorry.
know, there's so many, and I know you live it, there's so many stereotypes, none of which are flattering towards this profession, that I can't deny any people who sit there and say X, Y, and Z about it. And that story alone is just like a confirmation of no less than 50 negative ones,
Yeah,
right?
right. And
So,
then, but I do think in some ways it's helped me, and this is maybe sounds, but say for example you're going to cover the Fever, um, and or that's a bad example because of, but yeah. So, but just I'm saying like.
nice duck. That was clear.
But for example, like I did a story on why beach volleyball players wear nothing and the men where are pretty covered up, tank top, shorts
Yeah.
down. And so a male couldn't do that story. That would be a really hard story for a guy to do. But the women were willing to talk to me about it because I was a woman. And so
Yep.
there are some cases where it's I feel like you can get some women to talk to you when they and men will talk to men or women. So in that case, I do feel like I've been able to get some quirky kind of interesting stories on women in sports.